Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to a very hot spring day here on the central coast of New South Wales, which is where I live and run my classes. And today I have grabbed out an oldie but a goodie stamp set. It is a carryover from last year's holiday catalogue into this year's August to December mini catalogue, and it's the Christmas Gleaming stamp set. And I've also grabbed out the matching, and it's a punch pack. Sorry, getting rid of something on my screen here. A punch pack with 2 punches, and they match the ornaments in the stamp set. Hey girls, thanks for joining. I have also grabbed out the, if it's not hitting me in the face, the Ornate garden paper. And I love this beautiful piece. It's actually this on the back. But yes, I had lots of fun with this stamp set last year and I haven't used it this year. So now is the time for me to grab it out and do something with it. So I've grabbed this piece. Sorry, it's foily, but it's beautiful. There you go. You can get a better look at the design. It's a generic design, but I like the foil and thought it will go really nicely with the ornaments. So that's what I have grabbed out. So thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate it. Please make sure you say hi in the comments so I know you're here. And if you want to purchase anything that I use today, I do have links to my store and my other social medias in the description box. Oh, I'm glad it's slightly less smoky, Donna. We're smoky here, but we're back burning. So because we've had a very wet winter, we're now busily back burning to try not to repeat last summer. The other thing, sorry, getting waylaid by comments here. The other thing is, if you haven't already, and it is one of your first times watching me, welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, like, hit the bell, and grab notifications on the 3 dots here on Facebook so you receive notifications when I pop up a new video or I go live. So I'm thinking, let's get into the card making, because I've had a girlfriend who is also one of my downline here today, and we've almost made a card. I changed my mind on one of the cards that I'm making on Sunday in class. So I said, I'm thinking of this, and I'd half made something and we've been putting it together. There's heat embossing, there's foil, there's beautiful ribbon. Oh, it's gorgeous. I can't wait to share it with you, because I'll share it with you regardless after class. So I do hope everyone is well. I need to know who owns the Christmas Gleaming stamp set already. I'm assuming, because it was in last year's catalogue, that a number of you already own it. And if you do own it, have you already used it this year? Because it is a stamp set I haven't used already. Just getting up my second screen, then I will get rid of all of, I've got to put these upside, I can't tell which way you see them better. Get lots of shine that way. Trying to get rid of all of my, Facebook's being painful. I will get rid of all my shadows. Look, I've got arms today, girls. That tells you how hot it is. You own the bundle, Margine. That's awesome. And have you used it this year? Well, this second half of the year in preparation for Christmas. Okay, my video's up and working. I'll go deal with my lights. Okay. Great. I do wonder if I no, I can only do that there. That's okay. Not a problem. So who do we have in the house today while I get going? Have Deborah, hello, Roz, other Deborah, Australian Deborah and US Deborah. Hey Margine, hey Cindy. Any Zoom calls today, Cindy? We need to know what other important things are happening. Hey Shelley, oh, you're doing well catching me live. That's awesome. Hello, Barbara. I know it's horrible, the fires. I just hope we don't get a repeat here in Australia this summer. You have that set. I'm glad that a number of you have this set. So as I said, I've used the Ornate Garden paper. Now the Ornate Garden paper is beautiful and it does have a lot of foiled pieces. So I'll just quickly, this would be a great piece for Christmas cards as well because it's just that swirl, and I'm pretty sure it's in mint macaron. Actually, let me see here. Ornate Garden, mint macaron, that's correct. And what green am I using, because I need to know? Old olive. So this is old olive, and you've got this beautiful daisy, not quite Christmas, but you know, we can make something work. And we have all these beautiful patterns. So this has a smaller pansy, this one has that, and I think I'm almost, oh, I love that one. That's very, it's a terracotta tile. So not all of them are foiled, but a number of them are. So there are a number of pieces in here that I went, ooh, these will be great for Christmas. So I'll pop that to the side, bring this in, and what I want to do to start off with, bring in my Stampin' trimmer. You girls know how much I love this trimmer. Yep, so that's already 1/2 centimetre smaller than a card front, and trim that end off. So when I put this on the card base, we will have a nice border. So we have a start. So we know we're starting with old olive, and I'm actually thinking of being a bit bold and not using Whisper White and going with Very Vanilla. So that's what I think I will do to start off with. And I don't think I have enough pieces that are big enough, so I'm going to have to grab, hopefully without, oh, that shimmery white, that's not going to help us at all, is it? Very vanilla. Let's see what scrap I've got here. These are my large scraps. That's a great size to be playing with. Okay, pop that back up there for the moment because I now have two. I'm down to 2 unfinished projects that are on the go at the moment, and can I say they are driving me absolutely bonkers. Yes, you do need to break out and use it again, Margine, absolutely. Oh, it is, I've got glitter and I've got green and one pinged off today, but they're getting redone. So, yeah. Wow, Barbara, that's pretty impressive. The smoke from Sydney made it to Perth, which is like East Coast to West Coast kind of thing in the US, because we are the same size roughly as the US. It's just we're not as densely populated. I really love the scrolls on these two ornaments. These two ornaments are my favorite. This one's pretty, but these two are my favorite. So what I'm looking at doing is just stamping them, and I'm thinking we might color them. So might stamp them. And I saw another demonstrator do something. Don't ask me who it was because I can't tell you, but she like stamped them in like a grey and then went over them. If you were my basic grey ink, where would you be? Oh no, actually, I think I'm going to use grey granite ink. Grey granite ink. We need to kick Jamie in here. Hey Myrtle, thanks for joining. Okay, use this piece first. I'm just thinking of keeping the pair of ornaments today, so nothing too crazy. I'm just wondering, yes I did just stamp that the right way. I do wonder if I can get our other ornament onto this piece. No, not quite. That's okay. That's okay, that's okay. And stamp this one here. Okay, lovely. So I'm hoping with the colouring that the swirls might, they might fade back a little bit, even though I know I can use our blends. So I'm thinking with Old Olive, what would, I picked something up off the floor earlier and I'm just wondering where I put it. Here. So I've just got, we were given this at a Stampin' Up event eons ago, a couple of years ago, and I've added the in colours to it. But this, I'm just trying to look and see. Oh, that looks classy. I always love a good cherry cobbler for Christmas. I think that looks good. And I think this is Real Red. Real Red looks good. I just love the richness of cherry cobbler. So I'm thinking I will colour these with our cherry cobbler. It helps also if you close the ink pad. Just saying quietly. You know, just a bit of advice from me to you today. Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly, Shelley. They can only do so much in daytime hours and then it's down to the ground crews. But hey, let's distract ourselves with some stamping and colouring. I'm thinking I may just want to, for no other reason that I don't want to bleed onto my base mat here, just use my silica mat. So the Stampin' Blends, these are our alcohol markers. They are sold in pairs and I love them. I really, really do. They make colouring so super duper simple. Now I am not going to be uber precise about this. I'm going to colour this far because I want to add in my shadowing. So I'd like this bit over here to be as light as possible. Although I'm thinking the two sides are going to be darkest and then it's going to be, oops, the center. Oh, look at me colouring outside the lines. We're going to make it work. You know we are. And you can see how already this design, it's there, but it's not prominent like our original one. So I'm now just going to really circle around that edge and just feather it out. So you can see already that's a beautiful blend. And then just go over the center and you can see it looks as though it is circular. But I'm going to go in with my bullet end and tidy up these edges. So you can see how quick I was just colouring that in. It's not a laborious task. If you would like to be an artist about it, oh God's sakes, you can be a lot more particular, but I just get in there and do it. Now I can clean up these edges. Oh my God, sorry girls, I'm wearing a white top and I'm playing with red. I think, yep, I coloured in my purple roses on my leggings in this, which I'm not so worried about. Okay. Who else has commented? Oh, I know. Oh no, this ink on my hand is from my friend being slightly heavy-handed with her inking up. So I can take, this is our colour lifter, and I can clean up these edges. They won't be perfect. I've got hands today. I've got dropsy hands. But I can clean these up a little. We'll try to and see how it comes out. So what I'm doing with this is pushing the ink deeper into the cardstock fibres. So yeah, I love that almost shine in the middle. Okay, the top, I think I'm going to stick with the same colour that I stamped in, which is grey granite. So I'm going to do a quite similar thing, but I'm going to feather in the dark, and I'm going to make this loop in the dark, and then now should I keep this one red too, or should I do an old olive one? Then I'm going to come in with the light and just colour that in. That looks lovely. And I can use this one here to push that colour in as well. So should I do this second one in old olive or do another cherry cobbler one? Hello, Miss Cheryl. Hello, Miss Sylvia. Thank you for joining. So I will just do the top of this while you tell me if I should do a green, as in old olive, or do another cherry cobbler one. Or should I do a yellow? Like I could do a yellow one which will throw gold. This is dark. Sorry, concentrating. I could do a yellow one which will, yeah, a mango melody one, and hopefully that'd throw gold. Old olive, I think another colour. Okay, Cheryl. So old olive or mango melody. I went way over the lines here, so I'm just dabbing this to pop the colour back. That should dry fine. This is not going to be perfect, but these are going to be punched, so they won't be too bad. Come in with the light here in the middle, because not too much blending actually needs to happen. Old olive would be nice. Okay, yellow, yes, not red. Mango, okay, let's go mango. You know I love my mango melody, and it will work really, really nicely. So this is the light, so I will start with that on the edges. I think I want to work upside down. I think that was my issue last time. I know it seems counterproductive to work upside down, but I don't know what it is. Okay, So I've coloured all the outside. I will pop that up here, leave this open because I'll be coming back to it very quickly. Okay, this is the dark. Yep. If you can hear David laughing, I do actually have my study door closed today, despite the fact my air conditioner's going, because it is very warm. It's 30 degrees Celsius. So I'll let someone work out what 30 degrees Celsius is in Fahrenheit for us. It's pretty much a summer's day, although most of our summer's days are well over 30 degrees. More looking at mid-30s to 40s for our summer day. Okay, sorry, just being a bit particular about the edges here. Making sure I have grabbed all of them. Great. And now I will go in with my light, and I'm just going to concentrate on the edge of the dark and go around in circles, just blending the light and the dark together. And I can do this a couple of times, and then go in the center, just go over the center once, and we have this beautiful, now this one, because I've used not as dark of a color, it is that, I'll show you in comparison, the pattern is a lot more prominent on this one, on the Mango Melody, as in comparison to the Cherry Cobbler. Hey Delinda. Hey Jenny, thank you for sharing. 86, okay. Thank you for looking that up. So yes, a fairly warm spring day, because we are firmly in spring, as my garden is telling me. It's all springing to life and looking all gorgeous. Okay. So punching these out, look at all that colour on the back. Punching these out, I'll put the scrap to the side. I may need that scrap. Now just remember, these two punches are sold in a pack. So you get both of them together. So the price point is a little higher, but you get both punches to match both shapes. Now I think I may also grab out the beautiful Boughs. I'm holding it with my left hand, which is kind of killing me here, girls, because, okay, deep breath, get the shakes out. I'll growl at it. Perfect punch. Great. Okay. So pop that to the side as well. Got our punches here. Beautiful, lovely. Oh, I am thinking, do I need a third one in green? Oh, I'm thinking we might need 3, girls. I'm thinking. Maybe I could do this one in green. I'm thinking we need to go a third. Hey Leanne, thanks for joining. Oh, that's good that you had rain. Always a nice reprieve. Okay, I'm thinking we use this one and we use the Old Olive, but we stamp it in the... Can I fit another one? here? Yes, I can. Perfect. Okay, grey granite ink again. Yes, I know I need 3. Would peacock look crappy on old olive? Let's have a look. Where did I put my thing here? Here is peacock. Oh, that's a bit tight. Okay. Would peacock, I think it could work. I could colour 2 and see which one I'm thinking though the old olive would look nice, because using this it's going to be more grey, so it's going to be less old olive, if you know what I mean. I'm thinking adding... Hey Rose, thanks for joining. It's good peacock. You like the peacock. Okay, I'll go the peacock. Viewer's choice. Viewer's choice. And someone forgot to tell... Oh no, that's because I haven't stamped yet. I was going to say, someone forgot to tell me to close the ink pad. There we go. Lovely. Just give that a few to dry. I will do what's this part of an ornament called? The hanger? Is an ornament hanger? We'll colour that in first. Okay, this is my light, this is my dark. Okay, so ornament hanger first. And of course I go outside the lines first up, don't I? I will use the other end to do the loop. I'm almost dotting it on because my hand doesn't feel steady enough today, but dotting worked. And then I'll take the light and do the shine in the middle. Done. Perfect. Just doing a bit of dabbing rather than circling. Making up new words left, right and centre here today, girls. Just dabbing where I went outside the lines. Best thing I love about this. Okay. Oh, hello, Miss Jamie. You do have a pretty peacock. A bail. Yes, like a bail on your necklace. Yes, I just didn't know it was a bail on an ornament, but that makes sense. Okay, peacock. Go in with our light first. Do you know what I really want to do? And I've got my scissors here. I want to cut down this piece of paper, and that will make my life infinitely easier. Right, now I can use it upside down. So this is our dark, this is our light. Oh, I've missed something there, Cheryl and Delinda. Go out of the lines first thing. I'm doing good. But guess what, girls? It's handmade, not Hallmark. I am loving my pretty peacock this Christmas season, I must admit. So just really just scribbling this and getting it down, and then I will try to be more precise with my, the bullet end is not going to help me for this size ornament. So just going in short little lines. Try not to go outside of the lines. So do as I say, not as I do, girls. This is my advice. I'm really liking our pop one of the yellow here because the cherry cobbler and the pretty peacock ones are really very dark. So I'm going along our edge here and just circular motions to make that line disappear and make it as if it's blended and it's just a shine. We want to get rid of that line if we can, and just by adding layers and layers of colour. Done. Okay, then I am going to go over the middle, and that also gives a lighter shine in the middle. Gorgeous. Now I've just got to go tidy up my edges. Best thing, colour lifter. I have more than one. I always have one spare just in case, because this saves my bacon more times than I care to admit. I love how this pattern has just faded so beautifully. So have you girls done this kind of technique with your Christmas Gleaming stamp set? I'd love to know. Now I am thinking of stamping a bow at the top. Just obviously it's going to be not completely adhere to the foiled parts, but I do want to try and have them hanging from something. Now I might use a black permanent marker to do the lines. Thank you. Thank you. It's not hard shading. It's just dark around the outside because it's obviously not flat, a circle, and having the highlight in the middle. Ooh, nice, Delinda. That sounds lovely. Go in. Boo hiss. Right. Sort of going halfway down. My hands are not playing nice today, girls. And go. Right, look at all that saturation of colour. You can see the shading on the back as well. Okay, let's do some laying out now. So we haven't done too badly with colours. I've used used 4 colours and the the colour lifter rather. Okay, so let me see what I have here. I'll grab down my Peaceful Boughs stamp set, and I'm like, I'm thinking. I don't want anything too intrusive, but that one isn't quite big enough. Or do I have one like the same one? I could have this one, and then rather than using the big one, which still isn't big enough, and I could have this one, so I could have 2, one coming in from either side. I actually think I like that, and then the 3 hanging down. Okay, I'm actually thinking of just stamping these together. Done, because I like that. There at the top. Grab my old olive ink, if I can find it. Old olive ink. Pop this here. Pop that there. And then we'll work out if we need a sentiment or the ornaments will be enough. Turn this over. So, oh, that's dried back beautifully. Oh, I love these patterns. I did love this stamp set so much last year. I'm very sorry I've neglected your stamp set. Yes, start a message group, even if it's a message group on Messenger. That's always such a great idea. Okay, I used my scrap piece of paper last time for some very glittery to come projects. So I just need a new scrap piece, and I will ink these up in Old Olive. Ooh, this appears it may be a touch dry. Seems okay now. I'll stamp it off just to check before we go on to the final. Yeah, that's good. That's stamping beautifully. Oh, that's good, Jenny. I'm glad. Glad I've inspired you. I like sort of making them all throughout Christmas, and then I've got all throughout the months leading up to. So then I have enough and I'm not madly scrambling at the end to try and get Christmas cards out. So I'm going to stamp this, and then I'm going to buff any extra ink off just with a piece of paper towel. So you can see them there, but they're not like in your face there. Okay, paper towel just to remove any extra. So do we like the hint? I do like that. I think that's very pretty. Otherwise, I don't do snow. One thing I don't do is snow, but I can fill them in with Winker Stella. Now, do we put the two big ones together and then put this one here? My placement always, I'm also thinking sentiment wise what I could use if I need anything, because that would be a good place for look at that, deck the halls with boughs of holly. I'm thinking matting it on the very vanilla, so then that highlights the vanilla. Let me try that. I know I used my last very vanilla card base a little earlier, although I haven't stuck anything down to that card, so I think rather than cutting another piece, I will steal this and we will see. Oops. Oh no, that's not going to work. I'm thinking we may need real red. Sorry, just working out colours of what I'm stamping things. Who said small in the middle? Jennifer, I am so overruling you there. Overruling you 1000%. Oh, she almost fell over. That would have, you guys would have been so worried and I would have been laughing my behind off here. Okay. Is that an already? No, that isn't a card. Okay. I'm thinking I could do some more greenery, more of the boughs up the top as well, just to fill that top in. So tell me if you think I need more boughs. So while I do this, move the inked things out of the way. Thanks. Okay, that works. Okay. You'd commented before I finished placing, obviously. Folder. And if this doesn't work, we'll go try the Pretty Peacock. But I'm thinking the Cherry Cobbler will look amazing. Now I've just got to work out how that looks perfect with the Cherry Cobbler. This here, stamped in the Pretty Peacock, I think, on Very Vanilla. Okay, Pretty Peacock, because there's so much gold, I really don't feel we need to add any more gold. Yes, there are dies for the Boughs, but what are you saying, Jamie? That I should be die cutting the Boughs? How am I going? Let me sort the sentiment first. Yes, Peacock on Vanilla. Okay, Jamie, type to me what you're thinking with the Boughs. You want me to add them on top? I want it to be a bit more subtle, but I see what you mean. Like they're almost too subtle where I need them on top. I see where you are going. And then I'm hoping I have a little square die or a little rectangle die that will be perfect to die cut this sentiment out. Let me grab my Boughs. I've got quite a collection of stamps here. Yes, die cut Boughs on top. Oh, nice, Jenny. That's a great set. That's exactly what she's saying, just not in so many words. I know, I'm a wordy kind of gal. Okay, so I have my 3 ink pads up there, trying to have some room for my dies. 1, 2. I know I had my hand on the Peaceful Boughs earlier, and I'm pretty sure they are somewhere here at the back. Beautiful Boughs. So that one's kind of a bit too so they're the dies, and I'm hoping that the stitched rectangles may have, did I grab out the stitch rectangles for another project? Stitch triangles, poppies, painted labels, ornate borders. I only had them the other day. I had them this morning because we were talking about dies and what dies we wanted to use. I swear I'm going bonkers, girls. Stitch rectangle. I flicked over it. I'm thinking this one here may cut that perfectly, which would be spectacular. Look at that. That was made for that. And I'm assuming we would like to get some old olive for the boughs. Okay, old olive for the boughs requires me to stand up and old olive is on my desk. No, that's Mossy Meadow. Must be my cart for class, and that it is. Okay, in my cart for class, grab out some scraps that I have here, and let's see how we go. Right, at least you didn't see me careering around on my chair there. Yes, that's actually a really good idea. I'm sorry, we're not doing gold embossed. I've already embossed today, I just can't show you the project, but I'm thinking of changing my mind on that project and possibly changing the sentiment. Okay, sorry, just have to do that to open these packages the first time. I'm doing that less and less, which is lovely. So see, this big one goes all the way across, so I think I'll actually cut the big one, and as Jamie said, we can trim it back to suit. So I've got the sentiment and I've got the bow to die cut. Thank you, girls, for all your suggestions and support. I would have got to a very similar place, but it's just more fun having you girls all here to help me. Okay, that piece can go to the side now. Get my scan and cut. I will get my cut and emboss. I may add some gold gilded gems to bring in a bit of gold, girls, so don't worry, I will add in some more gold, but I'm just not going to emboss because I'm not going to today. But it would look lovely. Jamie's suggestions are always good suggestions. Okay, do this piece first. Perfect. Look at that. You'd think I'd cut that scrap piece perfectly. So I am using the magnetic plate as I always do. Okay. Bring this back across. Oh, look at that. That cut perfectly. That just fell out. Lovely. Just get those extra pieces of cardstock off. Put them in my recycling bin. And then we are ready to rock and roll with our sentiment. Centering vein of my life today. That is almost perfect. That's basically where I had it before though. Great, done. Done, done, done. Played on, in we go. Oh, I know you don't mind if your ideas are done, but do you know what? I never say your ideas are perfectly valid. It's just, I try and stick to a time frame, and today's time frame doesn't warrant that. Actually, besides the fact I do like the pretty peacock. I think that plays off very nicely. Okay, get this all out of the way. Do love my Stampin' cut and emboss machine. Works like a dream. Okay, now dies. That dies there. I need to go dies away first, girls. Otherwise, we all know what will happen. I will literally lose a die. And I did find a die the other day in my Razcog cart and went, oh no, what does it belong to? I did find what it belonged to, but it was a bit of a, oh, where? It was a teeny tiny, like, almost leaf-shaped die. It came out of Hippo and Friends, actually. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I need to cut off this one going down here. I think once I cut that off, this branch will work perfectly. I'm just making it bumpy. I made that bumpy on purpose, so then that looks good. Though I kind of want it higher up, but that's okay. I can cut off those edges. Okay, just a little bit of liquid glue. You'll be pleased to know I finished my other liquid glue at karate last night. Getting a touch warm in here, girls. Sucks having to have my door shut so David can do his very important external webinar. But isn't that what good wives do? I'm trying my voice not to go through his microphone. Lovely jewel tones. That's exactly right. It is warm and cozy. But some people take my giving ideas as me telling them. No. Yeah, they're all helpful suggestions. Okay, so we could have sponged this. Do you know what? I almost don't like it. I don't like it. I know I've just put glue on my card, but I don't like it. I almost need a darker green. What green? Garden green? I'm thinking I need garden green because it is like way too perfect in colours. I need a darker green. Okay. Oh, here goes the crafter lunch, girls. It's started. Okay, garden green. Let's see if I have a big enough scrap. Quite possibly. Yes, exactly. No. No, I like the garden green. Spruce, no. not spruce today, garden green, because I think it looks good with those 3 colours as well, and that I think it looks really nice. Okay, back over here. We will get there in the end, I promise. Do you believe we'll get there in the end? This is the issue. This was going to be a quick card, girls. My famous last words. Quick card. Right. Okay. Just fits. Okay. Grab everything out again. Oh, where did I put that silicone mat? I absolutely have no idea. I could, but I actually have an even better idea, Jamie. So bear with there. I can grab something else in gold that's already die cut. My plates. Although everything that I'm thinking is gold is actually sitting behind my laptop. This out or off. Whoop. There we go. I'm going to just moving these. I'm not scratching the surface, and it's a self-healing mat anyway, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, take 2 is done. What about, thank you, Jamie, for answering. Thank you, because you were here in the making. Okay, now if I was to grab this out, sorry, I'm standing up and just off to the side. Girls, I'm just trying to grab out the Forever Gold die cuts and seeing if I have a knife. I'm thinking this one right down here is a perfect piece to grab out. Everything's coming. So these are the Forever Gold die cuts. So these are all pre-die cut, and I'm thinking this berry one would be great as the background piece behind there, and I've ripped it a little, but that's okay. And possibly this one as well. There we go. I've grabbed 2. And you get all these card front sheets as well. These are a pain to get back in, and that's now sticky. Okay. internal monologue right now, girls. The internal monologue is not pretty. Go in, stay in, and oh, no. Sorry, I'm just trying to, one of the die cuts is flipped out. Okay. Oh, dearie me, said the flea to the tree. Right. Now, let's do some things I can control because I'm getting hot and bothered. I'm turning on my fan because that will help. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, so one up here, one down here. One up here, one down there. I'm so sorry, I can't look at comments at the moment, girls. I do love you all, and I will go back and try and answer as many of the comments as I actually I do go back and answer all of them at a later stage, normally when I'm sitting on the lounge watching telly at night time. Thank you so much for saying that, Cheryl. Oh yeah. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining. Oh, thank you for sharing too. That is very much appreciated. Hey, Vanessa. They are perfect. Okay. Just ensure you leave space to slide them in. Yes. Exactly, Jamie. Oh, a glue dot for the closure, Cheryl, and I just break the glue dot in half. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you girls love me. I love you, and I love me too. Okay, right. So, I'm feeling more calm after doing that menial task. That colour is so much better. So, we are going to trim this bottom leaf off. In a haphazard fashion to match the rest of the trunk of the bough. I am going to glue, and I'm only gluing in certain spots as Jamie suggested just before, so I can weave these forever gold pieces in. Okay, I think we're good. Just one here for good luck. Right, and let's not hate it this time. I think I can basically match up where I glued it before. And I've still got that layer underneath for fullness. So, well, these are going to be interesting, sticking this down. Right. Do you know what? I am going to remove this stem because we don't need it. Nope, don't need it. I am going to pop this in there. I would have liked it a bit underneath, but hey, that's where the other stem pulled off. I don't think I need the other one. Even though I've pulled it out, I don't think I need it. That just softens that nicely. I'm going to pop my sentiment where I know I want it. And then actually, do you know what I could also do? I could also bring in this piece up here. Or kind of in here. What do we think of that cut off piece up there, or just leave that as a somewhere to rest your eye as empty space? Ooh, I don't want that love heart in there. That's from a project I'm working on, assembling. It's a fun assembly project. Okay, now this is a lot longer. This this piece here is definitely going to go over the bow, and that's okay because it makes it a lot more connected by having it over the bow and just like that. Okay. I'd layer it over the gold. Okay. Then just makes it look more 3D. I'm just placing that. Should taken a photo, hey. No, that works. Let's bring that a bit lower. If I can get the back off this, my word. What kind of cookies are you making? I'm not making cookies, but I'll happily take on deliveries, Cindy. I'd prefer them non-moldy though by the time they get here. Okay. And this one, yeah. Do you know actually what I may like to do is kinda, because I've got this here, is kind of place, because I could layer, I could definitely layer this piece over, Jamie. I like your thinking. Because putting the old olive over, I don't know where I put the other piece though. I have no idea where the other piece is. I don't think I put it in the bin, but it's stuck somewhere. So layering is now the name of the game. And just making these work and look cohesive. So I really like that. Be really good if that's stuck down and not to my finger. Hey, thanks, Karen. Oh, nice. What did Cindy make while I'm holding this down? What are blue ribbon? Oh, blue ribbon sugar cookies. I don't know what they are. Cindy, please enlighten us. What are they? Because this one's all nestled and this one's a bit by itself. Did anyone anyone see where I threw that die cut. That'd be really quite good about now. Because I could use, found it, it's all good. Because I could use some of the stems. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm ruining it. Or do I just draw some lines and then it's done? That isn't straight. That's better. Okay. Don't know how to finish these off, girls. It's your girlfriend's. Okay, I am going to get just a black Sharpie marker. Not that it's a Sharpie, but you get the gist. Because of course Ellen's hands shake and they come out much thicker than I anticipated. I do kind of need to put one there too. That'll do. That will do. That isn't what I was thinking, but hey, get it done, get it finished. Unless anyone else has any more bright ideas, because I can certainly add things. My silver, I'd have to move 5 things to get to my silver cardstock, unfortunately, although I may have, I think I do have a non-Stampin' Up silver pen that I can go over those black lines with. It's a lot thinner pen to what I was hoping for. That bough fell off. Oh no, it moved. Something moved. It was. I don't know where that glue came from. No idea. Off my finger, actually. This has moved and I didn't want it to. I was distracted. Okay. That will have to. Okay. That will have to do. Okay, I have a permanent paint pen here. I think I'll need to use a scrap of paper to test it on. That will work. It looks more grey going over the black, which I think works really nicely, actually. There you go. That was just a cheapy pen, but hey, it has worked its wonders. I'm glad you love the jewel tones. Okay, let's grab out what we used to make this mammoth card, because that wasn't as simple as what I planned. Yes, the black was a bit harsh. Okay, so stamp sets, Christmas Gleaming. Oh, we didn't actually use Peaceful Boughs. It's there, but I wouldn't say I used it. The stamp. The dies that I used is Stitch Rectangle and Beautiful Boughs. We used the punch pack and we used all our beautiful blends. So let's see if we can't get them all here in the frame, and it'd help if they were there as pairs. So we haven't used too much really in the whole scheme of things. And colour-wise, this is what we've used. Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pretty Peacock, Grey Granite. So quite a classic colour palette really. And to make this gorgeous card, I'm really happy with how the ornaments came out. I could have worked on the Mango Melody one for a bit longer, but hey, handmade, it's done. I'm really happy with the card, and I did use the Forever Gold die cuts to layer up with the beautiful Boughs dies. But thank you so much, girls. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I will. I have class on Sunday, so I have one more project to finalize because I changed my mind. Are we surprised? No. Changed my mind, and I'm almost finished it. I'm glad. You saw my whole thought process. That's one thing you get when you come and visit me. You get real-time crafting, and you get my thought process and how to fix problems. Oh, me too, Cheryl. Oh, my pleasure, Vanessa. Yes, always a lesson. And if not a lesson, how to calm down Ellen by putting on dimensionals, and that calmed me down beautifully. So thank you so much for joining. Have an amazing rest of your week and weekend, and I plan to be back on Tuesday, and I will share with you one of my class cards on Tuesday. That's okay, Rose. I'd prefer laughter than the angry face. I'm sure anyone who presses the angry face did it by error. And remember, if you want to purchase any of these products, because I'm still working towards my sales goal for September, which is the end of the Stampin' Up! Year, use the links in the description box. And yeah, I shall chat with you soon. I need to go have a drink and have some lunch. So speak soon, guys. Thanks. Bye.